Hey y'all, I'm Dani, and this is Heard. Hey guys, welcome back to Heard the Podcast. I'm your host, Dani, and I'm back with JRob. Say hi, JRob.
What's good, y'all?
Yes, we're back. Remember to like, comment, subscribe the YouTube channel for Heard, HER''D, the podcast. Like, comment, share, all those good things. We post, nice fun clips weekly. Make sure you follow the TikTok page, HERDPOD, Heard Pod on TikTok. Remember, follow all those good things. Oh, you got your tripod with you?
It's in the studio.
Okay, it's fine. You don't gotta get. It's fine. I'm gonna see if I can go live a little bit. But yes, so yes, we're on YouTube, on TikTok, and of course, Heard is always available on any podcast streaming platforms. We are always available on the DSPs, so always remember that: Spotify, iHeart, Apple, Google Play, all those major places. We are also there. If you want to just listen while you're driving to work or driving home or just cruising or whatever, we're on audio. So that, and then also we're also in audio format on YouTube as well. When I upload to DSPs, it also posts a audio episode on YouTube at a default. Aside from the video and stuff, the videos and things that I post on YouTube. Let me see something. Let me just go live on TikTok just real quick for shits and giggles. So how's your week been so far, JRob?
The week been pretty dope.
Really?
Pretty dope, man. Getting work in, getting stuff done.
Really?
Yes. Focus. You gotta stay focused out here.
Mm-hmm.
How's your week been?
It's been the weeks go by so fast, but I'm not complaining because when the weeks go by fast, you know what that means, right? Payday is approaching. That's the only shit I look forward to when it comes to fast weekdays. The paydays approaching, honey. Okay. Let me see. Let me just go live on here for shits and giggles real quick. Let me just see what's happening. Hold on. So yeah. So there's a lot been going. I had to actually stop by my cousin's grandparents. They just turned 90, and they're having a party right now as we speak, but they're probably going to start wrapping up soon. But yes, they turned 90. I'm not sure if they have the same birthday or not. I didn't ask because they celebrate their 90th birthday at the same time. They have one big party together. Maybe it's the same month. I don't know. I'll ask my aunt when I see her again. But yeah, so that was pretty fun. I had to stop by because of course I'm coming down from Baltimore, so their party was in Largo, right across from the Six Flags that no longer stands. And I don't know. They're going to build houses over there, right? I forgot what I read it. I forgot what it said though. I think they're either going to be houses or like some more stores and stuff. But them daggone them stores and stuff, them apartments around there, their rent gonna go up real bad. Like that's why I couldn't get an apartment in PG. I said I refuse to live in PG, rent an apartment in PG anymore because I'm like the rent in PG is mortgage prices. I am not doing that. Absolutely not. So let me go right up to Baltimore County and keep it cute up there. It's nice and cute right up in Baltimore County. So that's where I went. Yes, so we were talking about so they're 90. I think that was beautiful. I came in and of course I had to make it here to my session, but I had to of course had to show face, but they had a beautiful presentation set up for them. One of the grandkids, one of my cousin's, they were interviewing them. Just talking about their life and stuff. So they had a whole presentation video of that. It was on the projector. So they talked about just talking about their life and all that stuff. And we played a little game. Of course, it was catered. So they live in the senior community. How some communities are really nice. They have those condos, like either condos or like those duoplex townhouse type of. Their house is really really nice, by the way. But of course they had it in that main club center. You know how every neighborhood has a clubhouse, right. So they had it in the clubhouse and stuff like that. So it was catered and they served the food and all that stuff. It was really nice. And I had to leave, but it was really really nice and sweet. I love that. And what was I gonna say? Yes, we were talking about proms. So what were you saying about proms before we hit record? Talking about proms because my friend's mother is a caterer, and my friend's mother is a caterer, and she does a lot of, events, parties, banquets, like, she's really heavy in the church. So a lot of times, like, a lot of her clientele comes from word of mouth, or it comes from like the neighborhood, because her mom also is, she has her own home daycare. So of course, like, she builds her clientele from that. So, she's been doing a lot of proms lately. So that's been going on, which is pretty cool. Those proms they go all out. And, I actually saw on Twitter today, like, someone had like a whole Beauty and the Beast theme, like prom send off. Like, it was they were in costume. Like, it was a whole grand. It was giving Met Gala. Like, nowadays, like, these kids. And you know what? I'm not even gonna fake on you. Because the way my mind is set up now, because literally you're talking to someone that literally goes on a photo shoot every birthday. I find every excuse to have a freaking photo shoot. So I'm not even gonna blame the prom kids, because if I was prom age right now, I would definitely be giving like a Met Gala experience. I would definitely be giving. So I'm not even mad at that shit. Like, people laugh at it like, oh my God, look at this. But I'm low key, I'm like, that's definitely me. I would have definitely done that. Because, like, imagine this, like, people already do that when it comes to their weddings and shit. So, like, if they want to have that experience, that grand experience for their prom, they're going to have it. Like, let them do that.
Come off a helicopter, all of that. Let them do that.
You said what?
I'm come off the helicopter, fly the helicopter.
It's giving helicopter. I think I saw a helicopter in one picture.
Yes, I think I seen some few of those.
Some helicopter shits, yeah. Like, it's like, but someone was like, I saw a prom couple. The girl was dressed up as Bella in the Bella dress, and then the other guy was like literally in a Beast costume, Beauty and the Beast. Yes, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even mad at this.
Hopefully they won.
I'm not even mad at this shit.
Hopefully they won.
I'm not even mad at this shit. But yeah, but that's a nice, like, my friend's mom has a nice little side hustle, because that's a coin right there if you think about it. Like, balloon arrangements and events and all. Like, people will spend money on events. Like, people will spend money on hair, nails, appearance. They'll spend money on their appearance, and they'll spend money on the presentation every single freaking time. Yes, like, and like, she also, my friend's mother also cooks as well. So, she like, that can, she provides the food as well when it comes to that. So that's a nice lucrative, like, skill to have. I was talking to one of my other friends one time, and we were talking about how, when it comes to a woman in a relationship, like when with a powerful man, or like a CEO of a man or whatever, like, it's important. Her being a homemaker, like, being a homemaker is a major career. And, we brought up the Martha Stewarts, the Rachel Rays, like, because when you create that hospitality experience, it could help your man close the deal. It could help, things look good. It could help business. It could drive business. Like, it's like being a homemaker is definitely a part of the ecosystem. Okay, so
Peace of mind. Peace of mind and everything.
Oh, what you mean?
It gives you a peace of mind and everything when the home is taken care of.
I was also talking to my friend. I don't know if I said this before, but I'll say it again, just in case I said it before. But we were talking, so we were like, me and my friend, like, because we don't talk every single day, but when we talk, we talk. Okay. And we were talking about how we were talking about a lot, but we were talking about how someone's relationship, like if your friend is in a relationship, it could help you, like, it's beneficial to you, if that makes sense. We're talking about guys, right? Talking about guys. So for instance, she was like during the pandemic, she was in a relationship, right? And, with her boyfriend at the time, he had a good job. He worked in cosmetology. Well, I guess, he was a barber. So of course, like, in the pandemic, he still made some money. Okay. And, he had a good job, and he always, like, he had a girlfriend, and they he had a girlfriend, and they would go out and do things, and, all those things. And, he had a friend that was, he had a friend that didn't have a girlfriend. He didn't commit to anyone. Like, he literally had a new girl every week. Like, he was dating someone new every other week. But it helped, him having a friend that had a girlfriend that went out and did stuff, it helped him court girls. For instance, like, they will go out to like an art show for instance, and he'll go out, he'll double date with his friend and his friend's girlfriend. He'll bring his date with him and they'll be on the double date together, and they'll just whatever. But it's like it helps you court your girl or your girl for that week. Be like, oh, like, hey, I have a friend, he has a girlfriend, and we go out and do things. Like, we go into art shows. Like, look, I live a real life. I'm friends with people that live a real full life. You know what I mean? Because it's not always about like, when you bring your girl around your homies, it's just a bunch of y'all homies and together, and your girl come around, or you only seen hanging out with homies and stuff. That's not always a good look. Like, you having a friend that has a girl and he has a full life. Like, I'm saying full life as in like he has a good job, has a beautiful girlfriend. They go out and do things. They go out to dinner. They go out to art shows. They go out to here, to there, and you're bringing your girlfriend or your date with you as a double date. Right. This is impressive to her. Like, oh wow, you want some grown man shit. You got some real ass friends. You live a real ass life. This is helpful. I think that's a good look, because I think we got on that topic because we were talking about how powerful men or like CEOs, it's helpful, like, or businessmen, it's helpful when they're seen with having a wife. A president always has to have a wife, because it shows that you can commit, especially when you're in business. You have a wife, you can commit, and if you have kids, that's even better. A wife, you have a full family. So that's how we got on the topic. But yeah, like, you feel me? Like, yeah, like you do real shit, because honestly, like, as a woman, I think a lot of times, like, you only being seen hanging around your homeboys isn't always a good thing to me, in my opinion, because it's just like, yeah, if I wasn't here, what other girl would y'all be trying to holler at type shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just shit like that. You want to be able to, I want to feel like you're focused. And like, I feel like you're focused when I see that you have a job, and I see that you are dating someone, or you're with someone, or whatever, or you're friends with someone that has a girlfriend that goes out and does things, like grown things, because like, I think that women emphasize dates, and I think dates are important, because I feel like going out on dates is a part of courting, and then also it shows that, you are interested in experiencing things with someone. Does that make sense? Because I've had my fair share of broke encounters, and I'm gonna be real with you. And look at me. You know what? This is fine, because we have a little small talk in the beginning before we get to the meat of the show, so it's fine. But anyway, I've had my fair share of broke encounters, and a lot of times with broke men, they always say things like, and it's always and I feel like, this is a super sidebar. If you ever know me or ever meet me, or if you ever are in my life, don't ever think I straight up believe you right away. Like, you have to prove your trust with me, because like, people are full of shit. Okay. But anyway, when it comes to like a lot of broke guys that I've encountered, they always act like dating or going out on dates is not important to them. Oh, I don't do dates, so I don't know. I'm just whatever. They just want you to come over their house so y'all can fuck, and because it's cheap, it's not expensive. You don't have to spend any money. They just want you to come over their house and y'all can fuck and watch TV and smoke weed or whatever. They don't want to take you out on a date because they can't fucking afford it. I'm serious. Like, what? So it's just like, a lot of times they'll act like dating, like going out on actual dates isn't important, but in reality they can't afford to. But I think going out on dates is important. I think experiencing daily life is important. Like, ladies, like, hanging out at his house smoking weed and fucking all the time is not cute. It's not cute. It's not. I mean, it's fun that, like, just to chill out and not do shit. But if it goes with him, just if he doesn't value or prioritize going out somewhere with you or taking you out on a date, that's a problem for me. Like, I want to be able to live a life. I want to and traveling is important too. Like, I had a friend that, like, she broke up with her boyfriend like I believe sometime last year, and it was for a few reasons, but one of the reasons was just like, he didn't understand why she had to go out of town. Like, why do you have to go travel? Like, why is that important? Like, because me and my friend group, we love to, I'm friends with a lot of moms. But still, like, we love to take the time and go out on girls trips, like whether if it's in Atlanta or Houston or we going to Mexico. We want to plan a trip together. We like planning trips together at least like once or twice a year. You know what I'm saying? And like one of the arguments that they would have was like, he would tell like, I don't understand why you have to go and travel. Like, why is traveling so important? Like, because she would talk about how because my friend loves to travel. Like, she loves like to go out in places and do things because why not? We're fucking like, why not? And like, he would just say that like he was a DC nigga.
He never probably left DC, right?
Huh?
Probably never left.
A lot of DC niggas is like that. I don't know why. Like, why don't? But no, some DC do, and some DC men do like to travel, but some don't. Like, some DC men like to travel, and then there's some DC men that don't like to drive more than 15 minutes to places. Isn't that strange? But I've actually met real men in life, like they don't like driving more than like 15 minutes to somewhere, and I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, like one of the reasons why she was okay with breaking up with him because like they couldn't agree on like the fact that she liked to travel places. Like he'd be like, why is that important? Like why? Like what?
That's weird.
Okay.
If a girl was saying that to me, I'd definitely cut her.
Really? You would? Yeah, JRob is very well rounded. He loves to travel, ladies. You said what?
Yeah, I wouldn't deal with that either if I was that my girl was saying that.
Yeah. That's weird as fuck, right? Like, what's wrong with you?
Touch some grass.
But yeah, go touch some grass. Like, why you? But yeah, like that's what. But like that's why to me dating is important. But so like if a guy says like, oh, they don't do dates, it's because he can't afford it, and he's trying to gaslight. He's trying to cover that up and protect his feelings or whatever. That's what that is. But it's important to me. I'm not about to sit here and lay around and be like a cum dump to your convenience. Absolutely the fuck not. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely the fuck not. Like do something nice for me. You know what I'm saying? Or like let's go and like try this new restaurant. Let's try this food and see how it and see how it is. Let's experience this. Anywho, yeah. So I just went on a damn tangent. Well, tangents are fun. Tangents are fun.
That was good though.
So JRob, I want to know just real quick, like, what is your ideal date night? Like, if you would plan a date with someone that you're trying to court, like your first date with someone, what is your ideal date night?
Damn, it's like so many because like go to a nice restaurant. That's one.
Oh, make sure you guys are people are going in and out, but make sure you follow the TikTok page. This is Heard the Podcast. We post nice clips, cool, funny clips, informative clips, all those good things. Follow us. The link is in the bio as well if you want to go ahead and follow us on Spotify or Apple or whatever. Anywho, yeah. So go ahead.
But no, like a restaurant game night.
No. So I want you to imagine it. Right. Walk me through it. Walk me through it. You met someone, and you asked them out on the date, and this is the date that you plan. Walk me through it. What is it from the top? What's the plan?
Okay. Definitely set a time.
Put the mic up.
Oh, my bad. Reservations somewhere nice, like a restaurant.
JRob.
What? Do I have to
walk me through.
Like,
okay, so what I'm saying is JRob. What I'm saying is this. My ideal date, I would make reservations to this restaurant at this time, and we would do that like that. So walk me through it. Give me a detail. No, you just throwing out actions. So walk me through from the top. What are you doing from the top?
From the top?
Yes.
All right, bet. Set a reservation. Send her to.
What kind of reservation, JRob? Is it a restaurant?
Restaurant, yeah.
What kind of restaurant is it, JRob?
Obviously, it's a high class restaurant.
Okay, but is it American food? Is it Italian? Is it seafood? What is it?
That's the thing. As I'm talking to her, I will figure out her interests and what she like and what she didn't have before. So set that up. So
JRob, guess okay. So you're asking me on a date, right? I accept. Mm-hmm. I like Italian food, JRob. Okay. Let's go on. I like Italian food, right? And then when you ask me, so go ahead, tell me.
All right, gonna find one of those Italian foods, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the top line.
So what time do I have to be ready for the date, JRob?
Probably 7.
So 7 o'clock is the reservation.
Yes.
Okay, so in girl math, that means I need.
That's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in girl. I'm gonna say 5 o'clock, so get that 6.
Okay. Okay, cool. And what's this Italian restaurant, JRob? What's this restaurant? Are we in Virginia? Are we in DC? Are we in Maryland? Where we at?
Most likely in DC or VA.
Okay, so let's say VA. What Italian restaurant in VA? What you got? Oh, actually, you know what? Let's say DC. What Italian restaurant in DC? Are we going to RPM Italian? I mean, is RPM? No.
Nah, what's the joint? Deline. What was it called?
Oh, Del Fresco. No,
It started with a D though.
That's not Italian.
I forgot what the name of it, but they had like a 5 cheese lasagna type of thing.
Okay, 5 cheese lasagna. Ooh, okay, great. Okay, cool. Okay, and this restaurant nice and moody? Is it a dark vibe? Is like whatever, like it's like candlelit.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna wear like a dark color, maybe like a black, maybe like a strap, like a situation. Okay, cool.
Too, yeah.
Okay.
How you feel?
Are we ordering wine?
Yes.
Are we doing red or white?
Either or.
I'm a red girl. Okay. Oh, white. Okay, we can be.
Red for this. Yeah, red for the aesthetics. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, are we ordering dessert?
Of course.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. Who's paying for the check?
Most likely me.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, because you asked. Okay. Oh, that's. But yes, cool. Okay, so then cool. So after dinner, where are we going, JRob?
Maybe like one of those game joints, like miniature golf or some shit, some random shit.
We're going to Top Golf?
If you want to, type shit. But like F1 arcade thing, like it depends on what you want to do. Like probably chill. It depends on the weather as well. What, is not working?
I think I hear you, Humsy.
Okay.
Yes. So go ahead.
But yeah, after that, probably walk down the city.
So we're after dinner. We're doing Top Golf.
No. Maybe if that's what you want to do.
No. You tell me. You plan the date. So you tell me. I don't want to have to help you plan our first date. I don't want to do that. You tell me what we finna do. So after dinner, what are we doing?
Yes. So after that, we might go to Swingers and
over there by
DuPont.
DuPont. Okay,
yeah,
that was at the golf place.
Yes.
I haven't been in there before.
Exactly. So we're gonna go there, or we go to the Players Club. Either one.
Was it a strip club?
No. That's like a little arcade style.
Where the Players Club at?
It's in, I forgot what, it's in DC, but I forgot. I think it's like we're close to like the it's close to like the Capitol. I think it's like around there. It is around there. But yeah, we go there, back, be in there probably the rest of the night.
Okay.
Then yeah.
Okay.
The night off, bang.
Okay, so after this, after the recreational activity, what are we doing after that?
Well, it depends on the time. Mm-hmm. Most likely, if you drove there, took an Uber, I'll just wait for your Uber, wait till you get safely. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That type of deal, right?
Okay. No sexual pressure at all on the first date.
Nah.
Great. That's amazing. That's great.
But if it happened, but I ain't really, press for it.
That's great. That's good. Yeah, I have to be, I'm older now, so of course I'm not making the same mistakes I would make if I was like 24, 25, 26. But there was one instance where like someone saw me, they thought I was cute, they asked me on a date, like cool, fine. I let him pick me up one day. I used to live over there by FedEx Field, so I lived in a gated apartment, so it's like I'm fine with you picking me up because it don't really matter because you can't just pop up at my house. You have to go through the gate and I have to let you in, so it's fine. You can pick me up at my apartment. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. I didn't mind have people come to my apartment because it was like layers to get in. So it's like whatever, you can know where I live at. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
So
that's
like
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck. So it's fine. But so he picked me up that one day, but we were gonna go somewhere to some restaurant. It didn't work out. We ended up doing something else. But the thing is, like, honestly, I was actually peer pressured into that date. I was not. The guy wasn't ugly at all. I just wasn't interested in like going on a date with him. But my friend peer pressured me. She was like, "No, do it. Why not?" Yeah. So like whatever. I just did it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just went on it. But I remember afterwards when he dropped me off home, he picked me up and I was just like whatever. But he dropped me. He first before he dropped me off, he was like, "Yeah, I can just I can either just drop you off or I can just take you to my place." I was like, "No, drop me off at home." The fuck. Cause like no, like I'm not about to. I just met you, nigga. I'm not fucking you the first night. Yeah. Excuse me, no. And then plus, like I don't know you like that. I'm in your car. You're driving me around. No, like ew, no.
Always drive your own.
Absolutely not.
Always drive your own car.
The fuck? Yeah, I don't do it no more. I'll meet you.
Yeah.
But I wasn't even interested in the date anyway. I just was not interested. I really wasn't fucking interested at all.
What was the change like?
I just wasn't interested. I didn't feel like doing it, and I just wasn't interested.
Got you.
And I think you picked up on it.
He was like,
whatever. But yeah, so but it was the come back to my place. I can take you back to my place if you want. No, I don't want. I don't want. Anyway, like no. So you can like another thing too is like I don't like to put too much of my power into a man's hands, because like imagine if I went and we had sex and then like you didn't feel like driving me back home and you got me an Uber or something, or like that's kind of disrespectful in my opinion. Like no, gross. But yeah, ladies, like don't trust a man that says I don't do dates because he's broke or lazy or both. It's not. You want someone that cares about you, and you want someone that wants to experience things with you. Yes. That's an important thing. I feel like you want someone to experience things with you. But anywho, on to the show. I actually this isn't the show segment or whatever, but I actually have really been enjoying Streamer University.
Oh, you've been watching it?
So yes, I've been watching it. So if you guys don't know, Cenat, he started Streamer University, where I guess he rented out like a college maybe out in Ohio, and he rented out like so he brought he had streamers audition to be accepted into the Streamer University. So he accepted like some known streamers and some unknown streamers, and everyone plays a role. He has like the professors, like his streamer friends that are they can be professors, or some friends are just being students and stuff. It's really cool. I like what he's doing. Right. But it is so I've been watching clips and stuff, and I've been watching that, and I'll play the because he also has a Streamer University topic, like a category on Twitch. So if you go on that category, it has everyone that's in the university on there. So everyone's views, even the big ones and even the unknown creators, everyone has had a surge in their numbers, which is amazing. So this was brilliant, by the way. And it was very helpful to small creators. Some people criticize and say like, oh, why he got all his friends on here and it's supposed to be for smaller people, blah 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 blah. But I see what he's doing, and I get why he did that. He has to mix in known people with unknown people just to have that draw, because it can't just be him about him. So he brought in people that brought in that draw, and he's friends with a lot of entertaining people, and everyone plays a different role, right? And everyone's into different things. So it's just like it all works out, and others can help. Even the professors and even the people that are known, that are the students in the university, like they can still help fellow students that are not known. So it all works out. Like it all works out. So it's a brilliant idea. But I've been watching it. It's hilarious. He has Funny Marco as one of the professors at the school, and oh my god, Funny Marco is so fun. It's like he's like awkward as fuck, but it's like. Because like some people be awkward and they try to be like funny, but it's not funny. But he's he's really just like awkward, but it's funny as fuck. Like it's just like it is hilarious. It's this one clip where like he Cenat called him into the dean's, because he's the dean. So Cenat called him into his office, right? Mind you, Cenat is the dean of the school, and he is full on in his role. He's carrying like a handful of keys. You know how the people they carry the keys in one hand, and they got the administrator walkie in the other, and like he has this iced coffee with him. Like, what? My office. Don't know, like it's so funny, and he's driving around the campus in a cart trying to see who's skipping class and who not. It is hilarious. But it was one part where he was in the office. It was him and this other guy, and again, like I'm like getting put onto like new creators that I don't know. Right. So I guess it's this creator. I guess he's a TikToker, I guess, or a streamer. I don't know. His name is OJ Suave. I think he's Jamaican. And so at first, and I think that he's Jamaican, but when I first heard his accent, he sounds Trini to me. Like, and if you don't know the difference, it's a difference. I know the difference between Trini and Jamaican accents, right. And I can tell what a Barbados accent is. I can tell what this accent. So it's like, but the way he talks it don't sound Jamaican to me. It sounds Trini to me, but he said he's from Jamaican, right? Anyway, so he calls Funny Marco in the dean's office. It's Kai Cenat, Funny Marco, and on the other end is the guy named OJ, and OJ is the guidance counselor of the university, right? So Funny Marco's sitting there like, yeah, like he's talking about the first day and how the kids were acting and stuff, because like he's calling in each professor and like letting him know like, oh, who acting up, who's doing good, who's whatever. It's like he's funny, he's awkward, but it's like you can be sitting here talking to him regularly and he's talking to you, and it's like he'll say some wild shit, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Right.
What the fuck? Like, huh? Like when he was on Shannon Sharp's thing, that was hilarious. When he called him Miss Netta. Oh my God. And that's when Shannon said they don't stop them young monks from opening up. And that didn't age well. Ooh, that didn't age well at all. Shannon Sharp's still doing his little interviews carrying on as if like he has to, because like what you gonna do?
Hey,
you have to.
It is what it is.
You have to. Okay.
Nice.
Let me see if I can play the let me see if I can just play the clip real quick.
Oh, the Kaiju?
Yes.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Yeah, what happened? Okay, so number one, you're not in trouble. I'm not. I'm not. No, you're not in trouble. Okay, so the shade, the shade, I don't know what the ego is, but he's like trolling. So my whole thing was social media and teaching people how to build their social media. The shade's like trolling and not really taking it serious. How? He said, yo, he was like, I got a serious question. What happened to your face, Marco? Why that shit all over your face? Why you do that? I don't know. What she did? No, why'd you say? Shock. Why would he say that? I'm just saying, But what did you do? No, hold on, wait. Why did he say?
Yeah.
What you did? No, James Harden, hold on. Why did you? You ugly nigga. Cut. You got STDs in your face, CC game.
Okay, I'm gonna show you when we get off. Okay. Yo, okay, listen, and it's okay. So yeah, so right now I'm watching. So I'm switching back and forth from different streamers in that category. So I'm watching Kai, of course. I'm watching Agent. Because Agent is like, he's teaching. He's a professor at the school, and his class is pocket watching. So he's breaking down different streamers and what they make,
Gotcha.
showing them what they make per stream or whatever, or like what they made on YouTube or whatever. So he's doing that.
Right.
He did one on DDG the other day. I'm going back and forth with Kai, Agents. Funny Mike is on there too.
Yeah,
and I really like Funny Mike. Because I of course, like I remember Funny Mike when he was skinny on Wildin' Out. He was on. I remember seeing him on the internet before Wildin' Out, and then he got on Wildin' Out because of his internet personality, and then like he's not on it no more. So he's heavy into Twitch. He's a streamer now, and I really enjoy. Like I love like he's still slim, but he filled out a little bit. So he's not like those. He's not like he used to be skinny as hell, but he filled out. He has almost like a dad thing going on.
Okay.
But he has a really beautiful family. His kids are so cute. He has 3 kids, and they are so cute. And his oldest daughter is hilarious. She has a huge personality, so she's gonna be a problem when she get into the preteens or whatever. Whenever they're really comfortable with letting her, fly her wings or whatever. She's gonna be good. I really enjoy watching him and his 3 kids and his lady, like his family. I love watching them, so I'm glad that he got into the streaming university. So he's in there with I guess his nephew or his cousin. One of his family members is in there with him. They share a dorm together, so it's pretty good. He freestyles with like DDG and all of them, and Lil Rodney's son and all of them. So that's fun to watch. So I go between Kai stream, Agent stream, Funny Mike stream. I like Brooklyn Frost. I like a lot of them. Yeah, so they're all pretty good. DDG stream. Yeah, they're all pretty good. It's really entertaining. I really like it a lot. I like it a lot. I actually subscribe to I be subscribing to Funny Mike a lot. Too. I be subscribing to him. I be subscribing to a lot of them. So like I'm definitely like I'm a fan. I like it's really fun because like it's just I love watching things that these content creators. I don't think they understand how much joy they bring to someone, or like just how intriguing they can be, or how much of an escape they can be for someone. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's entertainment. So it's like watching your favorite movie, your favorite TV show, your favorite Netflix, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. Like I'm subscribed to them. Yeah. So moving along on to the meat of the program. We got to get a soundboard, JRob. I got to customize the soundboard, but it's fine. So Heard on the Curb is our pop culture segment of the show where we talk about the topics, the hot top pop culture topics. So, of course, Diddy's trial is still going on. And the other day, Kid Cudi actually came to court and testified because one of the items in Cassie's testimony was that she ended up dating Kid Cudi at some point, and Diddy caught wind of that. He broke into Kid Cudi's home at one point. Then at another point, he blew up his car, or like I guess he like torched his car or whatever in some way or whatever. And so that was in there, and so Kid Cudi had to testify. They asked him questions about that. He discussed that and stuff like that. Of course, I've been watching different YouTubers covering the case that are actually in court, so they can give a breakdown of what went on and whose face did what and who turned around and did this and blah 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 and what prosecutor was trying the person at the stand, and who was doing this, who was doing that, who wasn't playing da 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 da. And again, I keep hearing that Diddy has I don't expect anything less of Diddy having the top lawyers defending them, because like of course when it comes to the testimony, and it comes to the defense, when it's time for the defense to cross-examine, they debunk a lot of things, or they do such a good job that even though Diddy is not innocent in some areas, even though Diddy can be dangerous, or Diddy did this and he could do this or whatever, even though this in the back of your mind, it's just the fact that when it's time for his defense to come up and do their big one, it's like, damn, like you kind of confused me a bit. Maybe so and so is just a little floozy, and she did this, and this is her fault. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It makes you that's what I get from what I watch. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Kid Cudi detailed the whole car situation. He detailed the break-in. So at first, I remember when Cassie, and I didn't look into this too much, but I was watching some people that were breaking it down. At the very first time we all heard that Cassie was suing Diddy, in her documents, she's brought up the Kid Cudi stuff, but she said, or I think they said, I remember someone explaining that at first Diddy thought that Cassie was messing with Kanye West at first. He thought that she was messing with Kanye West at first. They broke into Kanye West's house, but they realized that it was really Kid Cudi that she was messing with. So they went, I guess he didn't live too far from Kanye West, so they went and fucked with Kid Cudi or whatever. And then that's when they broke into his house and did the whole car shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember them bringing up Kanye West at all in this situation. Or not, at least not to the public, because there were names, a lot of famous names that were brought up in the, when they were picking out what to say and whatever. But yeah, so they talked about, Kid Cudi did talk about how Diddy broke into his house. He talked about how Diddy didn't steal anything, but I guess it was more so like so I'll say this. So one of the YouTubers that I watch, he was Armon Wiggins. He was talking about how it's this thing called moving the cup. You ever heard of that? When moving the cup, where like someone breaks into your home, they don't ransack it, they don't steal anything, they move the cup. Like your cup can be right here and on this table, but they'll move the cup on that table, and it wasn't over there. You put your cup right here, but when you came home, the cup magically is over there. So it says like, oh hey, I was here, I can come in here if I want to, I was in here, type shit. So it was like when Diddy broke into his house, they said that Diddy opened up, there was like some Chanel gifts that Diddy opened up or whatever, and then also because he didn't damage the place, but he did see that his like Chanel bags or Chanel gifts were opened up or whatever. He said that, but then he also said that Diddy or allegedly Diddy locked his dog in the bathroom when he got back home. He locked his dog in the bathroom. And he feels like allegedly Diddy drugged the dog. So it was like that. Not gonna fuck your shit up. I'll put your dog in the bathroom though.
And drug him up.
Yeah, like shit like that. So they were saying how like they were like, do you have security cameras at all? He was like, yeah, I have security cameras at the front door, but when I came back, you could see that someone shifted the cameras to pointing away from the door. Like they shifted the cameras away. Type shit. So I don't know, but yeah. And then the whole car shit, and then they ended up. He talked about how like him and Diddy met up at the Four Seasons, at the Soho House or whatever somewhere, and they met up. and talked about things because Diddy was pissed that that Cassie was messing with Kid Cudi because whatever blah blah blah. So it was a whole big thing with that. And then he was saying how he ran into Diddy again like years after that whole thing, and Diddy was like, hey, I'm sorry for all the bullshit. Like he didn't admit exactly what he did, but he said sorry for all the bullshit. So it's like, you low-key know what the fuck we know what I did, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that. So that was kind of messy.
Oh, man.
That was kind of messy. And people are really speaking out. Q from Day 26, he was on a podcast or some sort of media platform detailing how he felt like Don and Diddy allegedly tried to sacrifice him. I'm not dismissing his claims or nothing like that. I'm just telling you what happened. He talked about how Don offered him a drug of some sort, offered him some type of pill or something like that, and he was like, cool, I want to get high with my girlfriend, but he took the drug, and I guess he ended up blacking out, and he woke up in one of Diddy's daughter's beds or something like that, and like he said that he screamed at the top of his lungs, and he felt like he was recorded at some point and all these things. So like I listen, I don't know, like I said, I've been actually looking at like the breakdowns of these cases, and a lot of the people that have been involved, they all have like similar traumatic experiences. Like they all say how they admire Diddy as a businessman, right, but they're scared to death of him as a person because they've seen him do XYZ. Mm-hmm. And it was one time, they interviewed one of his old assistants, and they were talking about how strenuous a lot of the work was. Like it was long hours. Like you would work from sun up to sundown, and you had to do all these things to cater to Diddy. And so I guess at one point they asked, like, how could you get through this? How could you, like, what motivated you to do all these things, blah, blah, blah. Like, what motivated you to, like, have this type of work ethic because it's so demanding, blah, blah, blah. And one of the assistants, said, I think it was a white man, he said, whenever someone would complain about something, like they would say, what rhymes with tired, right? What rhymes with tired? What rhymes with tired? Yeah, fired. I'm like, damn, they would tell you that? They would tell you what rhymes with tired? God damn.
Damn, that's crazy.
Because this is that easy. I'm Puff Sean Combs, P. Diddy Daddy. Like,
these people, wow. Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know he got the name Puff Daddy from his anger. Did you know that?
I know that either. That's crazy.
I watch so much stuff. I can't remember where I get things from, but they said that Puff Daddy came from him like having like a temper, like he gets real mad, like Puff, like he gets real like mad, like Puff, like you know what I'm saying, like you huff and puff, like you huff and puff, like Puff Daddy. That's what I saw. One of them old niggas. So I believe him because he was one of them old niggas from back in the day. One of them Suge Knight type niggas said that shit. So. Yeah. Oh yeah. Diddy had some dealings with Suge Knight too in this court case. I'm like, damn, that's how you know he a dangerous nigga. You going tit for tat with Suge Knight? Ooh, you a scary nigga. Cause ain't he still in jail? I saw Suge Knight run somebody over with a truck. You saw that shit?
You just saw that?
No, I'm saying I saw it. I'm just saying I saw it.
I saw it, yeah, for sure. I saw it too. That's crazy.
You think Eazy-E got beat up the same way that they showed on the movie?
I don't know. I don't think so.
How you think it happened in real life?
Because what? How did
in the movie they lured him into the studio, and then Suge Knight got his ass beat in the studio.
Okay, yeah, I remember that scene. Yeah, I could have. That possibly could happen.
You think that happened in real life?
It could have. Yeah.
I didn't do a fact check, y'all.
It's possible though. Yeah.
They got it on Tubi right now, straight out of Compton. Listen, I know the Tubi jokes flew the first couple of years it was out, but listen, Tubi popping. Tubi the Tubi jokes ain't last that long, honey, because they got the archives. Tubi got every goddamn movie you want.
Yeah, that's why when you just put in the work, ignore the noise.
Huh?
Ignore the noise and put in the work.
And honestly, like, if folks is joking on you like that, I feel like you're doing something right. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah. Just don't like I said, ignore the noise and keep doing the work.
Remember Quibi? Remember Quibi?
No.
The app Quibi. See, you don't remember Quibi, do you? Remember it was an app called Quibi, and it launched during the pandemic actually. And remember, like, it was they got a whole bunch of celebrities, and like different celebrities had different like shows on the app. It was like a new app. It came and went. Like it came and went. Yeah, but it was during the pandemic.
I I can tell it came and went.
It came and went. It was in the pandemic, but I guess they launched it at the wrong time because folks didn't have. I don't know because it was kind of iffy with the pandemic stuff because some people were successful in the pandemic and some weren't. So I don't know. I don't actually know why Quibi was short lived. I'm not really sure. Let me see. Let's Google it real quick.
Maybe because of the celebrity endorsement thing.
But because I think that a lot of celebrities because they got celebrities. I think Offset had a car show on the app or some shit. Dang. But they got celebrities involved to help the app, and I think they gave celebrities
too much
like a share in it.
Because when you lead with that, it ain't really.
It was Quibi was a short form entertainment service for mobile devices. So yeah, like a short form, like little bits and pieces, like reels and shit.
Right.
But Quibi was a short form entertainment service for mobile devices that was designed to offer high quality, professionally produced content in bite sized pieces, typically under 10 minutes long. It launched in April 2020 with the goal of becoming a mobile first streaming alternative to established services like Netflix. However, despite a large initial investment in high-profile partnerships, Quibi shut down just 6 months later in October 2020. Damn.
It didn't get acquired.
Let me see. It says lack of subscriber traction. Despite a strong marketing push, because they had Offset, Keke Palmer, they had a whole bunch of celebrities behind it. Despite a strong marketing push in attracting some high-profile talent, Quibi struggled to gain a significant number of paying subscribers. Wow, Quibi incurred significant expenses in producing and marketing this, which contributed to its financial strain. Yeah. Pandemic impact. While initially some believed the pandemic would boost Quibi's viewership, the service's concept of quick bites for on the go viewing became less relevant as people spent more time at home. So people was really. So I'm trying to figure out what did I do during the pandemic, because you would chill, you would watch your I guess people would be at home making TikToks on their goddamn own. If they weren't making TikToks, they were probably watching Hulu or Netflix at home or some shit like that.
Right.
For real shit.
About Quibi, whatever that's.
Because you have to be on your phone and but it's good on the go type shit. But people at home, they're watching Netflix, they're watching Hulu and shit.
They probably keeping their phone over here, chilling, like you said, watching Netflix.
Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, they on their phone when they want to watch TikTok and stuff, but they gonna watch them movies and stuff like that, on Netflix. And then in the music videos too, they gonna listen to the music. They're gonna do that because people's music. That's why a lot of rappers and stuff, I feel like that's when they got their shit, because people were streaming their music, people were watching their videos, people were investing in them. I guess that's what it was.
But yeah, I ain't never heard of that. Just
yeah, let me show you. I'm gonna show you. You've heard. I think you heard of it. You just forgot about it.
Exactly.
Look, this is what it was. Look at it. You'll see. You'll be like, oh.
I might have seen that joint, but yeah.
You did? Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
I remember the promo for it.
Oh,
I remember seeing promo and stuff for it. I remember that. I remember Keke Palmer being involved, and I remember Offset being involved.
Gotcha.
Anywho, yes. So moving along, they said that GloRilla has a nose job. They said that GloRilla has a nose job. GloRilla the rapper. They said because she posted a video. She posted a video of herself in the studio, giving face and stuff, and people noticed that her nose looked a bit different. Not significantly different, looked a little bit different. And they said, "Oh, she got a nose job." And it looked like, and now that I look, because at first I was like, this is the same nose that she had, but I looked close, I'm like, oh wait, she did do a little something to her nose. So of course she went online and said, and did, with a smirk. So I guess she confirmed it, but it wasn't like a drastic thing. And of course I'm not a plastic surgery expert, but with nose jobs, I do understand that it's a long healing process, and we've seen GloRilla relatively frequently, recently. So it's so I'm guessing maybe before I Google, maybe we're gonna do a live Google right now. Maybe she is consulting with a surgeon about getting her nose done, and maybe it looks like they gave her some sort of temporary injection in the nose. Maybe that's what it looks like to me. They probably injected a little bit in her on her peak area to push it out, I guess, to give it that illusion. Of course, shading gives an illusion. When you contour your nose, it gives an illusion. When you push something out, it gives an illusion. So I think they put maybe some type of filler in this front area of her nose to give it like that illusion of, okay, maybe if we push your nose out this way, maybe it won't look as flat and as wide. So that's what I think happened, some type of temporary shot or something like that, because we've seen her left and right. So it's like you ain't been healing, because I think, don't it take a few months for your nose to heal and shit? Because when Cardi was getting her nose and stuff done, it took a minute for her shit to heal. Summer Walker, her shit had to heal for a little bit. So let me see. Yeah, so it looks like she got something done to her nose a little bit. Right here, it's giving like they put like an injection in that front part. So let me Google something real quick. How can I Google this? Should I say, let me say temporary nose alterations. Let's see what pops up.
What Google has to say.
The AI overview on Google says temporary nose alterations can be achieved through a procedure called non-surgical rhinoplasty, also known as liquid rhinoplasty. Right. This involves using dermal fillers. Oh, listen, I'm a smart bitch because I'm taking educated guesses, right? You see, I said filler, right? Let's go. This involves using dermal fillers to subtly reshape and contour the nose. Look at me. I said, look, I'm using all the key words. Like, you see how much I listen. You see, I listen. I can listen.
Plastic surgeon.
I used to bullshit papers all the time in college. Oh my God, I used to learn how to say the same shit 15 different ways in the paper, honey. That's all you had to do in college. You saying the same shit over and over again, but in different ways.
Right.
Anyway, this involves using dermal fillers to subtly reshape and contour the nose, addressing minor imperfections and improving symmetry. The results are temporary, lasting from 6 months to 2 years, depending on the type of filler and individual metabolism. How it works. Dermal fillers, typically hyaluronic acid based, are injected into specific areas of the nose to enhance the tip. Straighten a slightly crooked nose, camouflage bumps, or add volume to balance the nose so it won't look flat and wide. Look at me.
College education.
It's not even that. You can. It shows that you can. Even if I'm not fully informed, I can make educated guesses on this platform. I'm not talking on my. Well, if I'm talking on my ass, it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's useful. You know what I mean? So yeah. So maybe she's just trying it out to see how she feels. The same with temporary lip fillers and shit. You want to see how it, you want to see what it gives. You want to see what it gives. It says non-surgical rhinoplasty is often less expensive than the traditional surgical rhinoplasty. Yeah, because because like that nose stuff, you got to be careful with the nose shit, because like that's a make or break, honey.
Yeah.
And it takes. And I feel like it takes. Let me see. How long does it take for a nose job to heal completely? It says complete healing after a nose job or rhinoplasty can take up to a year or even longer, as the internal swelling and bone cartilage settling continue. While most patients feel significantly better within the first week and can return to work or social activities by the 2-week mark, the final refined results emerge gradually over several months. Yeah. So it's going to, so yeah, definitely temporary. She's trying it out. Yeah, she's just trying it out, like putting the filler in the tip. That's what it looks like to me. It gives this picture where she's in the bathroom and she has the yellow phone case with the Von Dutch tank top on. It does give me Peter Pan a tad. I did think of Peter Pan. Crossed my mind for a second when I saw her nose, just because that animated look with the nose and the point and stuff. But there's no shade. I'm just saying.
Just look like
that's what I thought. But look here, look, JRob, look.
Okay, I can see.
Yeah. But GloRilla's beautiful, and whether she and the thing is, like, she has a wider nose, and of course, like, features like wide nose, and of course, y'all are just now catching on to how big lips are beautiful. But at first, like, black features, what I'm saying, like, our natural features aren't beautiful. Y'all are catching. It wasn't beautiful, but y'all are finally catching on to us. But right now, the nose being big is still a feature that you guys haven't caught on yet of being beautiful. Yeah, I have a big nose. I used to be teased back in school for having a big nose.
For real?
I think honestly, I just started kind of contouring my nose maybe like 2 years ago. I started only because it's good for my makeup. because sometimes when I wear makeup, I'll do a full face kind of, or I'll do like a soft glam. But I do contour now because it defines my makeup. It's not giving Mrs. Potato. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you have to know how to apply your makeup, because you have to know how to apply your makeup. The contouring, the blushing, and the highlights, all that stuff, it all matters, because you have to pluck out. When you put on that foundation, you have to go ahead and pluck out your face all over again. You have to define your nose, define your cheeks. You have to do all these things. I do a soft glam, but you have to pluck it out, because if you just put on foundation, you're Mrs. Potato. You're Miss Potato. You know what I'm saying? You have to give yourself. Real, you have to give yourself more definition all over again. You know what I mean?
I've seen a few potatoes.
Oh, you have? Damn. And it's really sad if the niggas can clock it. It's really bad when the niggas can clock it. Anywho, but yeah, if GloRilla want to get her nose done, she definitely can if she wants to. It's her nose, it's her money. I'm glad that she's at least like taking the precautions to see how she feels about it. Yeah, they definitely did something in the cartilage area and did that too. Yeah. So I guess she wants to see how it feels. And then also it's a good way, because you're a public figure and we see you all the time. Right. So it's a good way to like spoon feed us into the transition.
For sure.
Because again, I keep talking about this. Tiana Taylor has one of the best nose jobs in the country. Not the country. She has one of the best nose jobs in the industry. And you guys probably are like, she got a nose job? That's how good it is. You forget about her nose job is so good, you forgot about her old nose.
I didn't know she had an old nose.
You see what I'm saying?
I know.
It's a great, because it still looks good. It still looks natural. I love her nose job. Oh my God. I love her nose job. It is perfect. It's perfect. If I ever get a nose job, I want to make sure my nose job is perfect as hers.
Yeah.
Anywho, so we're still on GloRilla. So in GloRilla news, just real quick, Megan Thee Stallion unfollowed her for 5 minutes. Megan Thee Stallion unfollowed GloRilla.
What the fuck you trying to do?
Because you know what happened? You know what happened? Don't you know how you're on Instagram and you're scrolling, right?
Right.
And you see like a meme or like one of those like quotable posts with the words and shit on it. It's like, oh, this is hitting home for me. And a lot of times it'll be music on the post, on the quote or whatever, on the quotable post.
Right.
And you just repost it, not thinking too much of it. Repost, move along, right? And you don't realize that there's music on the post sometimes. And sometimes, even when you're reposting it, the music plays. And sometimes you don't pay attention, so you don't mute the music. You just want the whatever. So sometimes you just repost, keep it moving along. So I guess she saw a meme or a quote post on Instagram, GloRilla, and she saw it and was like, oh shoot, okay. Reposted it, right? The song on the post was, guess what? Drum roll, please.
Tory Lanez.
Yes, it was a Tory Lanez song, and she reposted it. She wasn't mindful of it. She didn't realize it or whatever. So of course, her and Megan are really cool. Megan took her out on tour. They have like 3-4 songs together. They're cool. They're really cool. They're always out. They're out together. They hung out together. They've expressed their fondness of one another. So when she posted the Tory Lanez post, Megan, I guess the Shade Room in the Neighborhood Talk, they were like, oh, what? Because GloRilla, you were on tour with Megan last year. What's going on? What's this? And of course they said, oh wow. So then of course naturally, as someone in my messy ass, if I saw that, I'd be like, oh, what's going on? I would go, especially if I work for the Shade Room, I would go check and see if Megan is following GloRilla, because I'm like, does Megan see this? So of course someone checked. Megan wasn't following her no more. They posted about it. Everyone caught wind of it. I guess there was a phone call. Some people in the comments were like, "Oh well, maybe she didn't. Maybe it was a mistake. It probably was a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake." Right. So of course, I'm guessing there was a phone call that was made. GloRilla reached out to Megan. I guess a phone call was made, and there was some clarification that was had. Megan refollowed Glo. Glo took down the story post, and we're all happy again.
5 minutes is crazy, but go ahead.
I mean, the phone call had to take 5 minutes, right?
Nah, for anybody to find that out, that's crazy.
Yeah, but of course, but that was almost some tea. That was almost some tea, guys. But it was. But I brought that up. It's silly, but I brought it up because I just wanted to say, while this Tory Lanez stuff is starting to well back up again, and they're saying that the bodyguard overheard Kelsey say this, and oh my God, there's so much new evidence. Oh my God, the new evidence. Mind you, one of his lawyers put out a post earlier this week saying, we have new evidence and we're posting it in 36 hours. Listen, I have not seen the new evidence. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know what's going on. But they did a whole freaking news press conference with the dad. The dad was giving his, his dad is very very colorful.
Sure.
And it was a whole big thing with that. He got stabbed up 14 times, and I'm sorry, and I'm not even like this. I don't wish any harm on anyone, no matter what. Like, I don't wish any harm on anyone's situation. I don't. But like I've watched a lot of Scandal and even Sons of Anarchy, where they would have people stab people up in jail because someone told them to, like, or it's staged in this way. I'm not saying it was staged. I'm just saying I watched Scandal a lot, and I know how Olivia Pope can work.
Yep.
It's just weird that the person that stabbed them, the person that stabbed Tory Lanez, is already serving life. So like, it really wouldn't fucking matter if he did anything in jail at this point. He wouldn't give a fuck. Like, what? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they put some money on his commissary. I don't know. What was the perk? I don't know. The bodyguard overheard Kelsey say something like, "What?" Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But what I'm saying is Megan, she's like, and I watched her Amazon documentary. It was really well put together. And I'll say this, she had to go through a lot of mental health loops.
Right.
She had to she had to go on a long mental health journey. She had to go to a retreat. She had to go retreat and all kinds of stuff. So she's at the point where she still wants to be she still wants to sell her music. She still wants to be a public figure. She still wants to be that girl. So she has to come back out and be in the forefront. But she does these things where she protects her peace without batting an eye. Like the fact that you love GloRilla, y'all went on tour, but you saw something shady, something questionable, and you ain't bat an eye twice. You was like, oh, okay, unfollow, that's it, remove. Right. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, when people go through these traumatic experiences and people try to protect their peace, I think it's a lot to get to that point where it's like, you will drop any and everything if you interrupt my peace.
Set them boundaries.
It gets the boundaries, but like that's a hard boundary. Like it's hard to get there with certain people. With me, like even with me, like it's hard to get there. It's like, I can't, like, no, you're gone, done. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's really hard getting there sometimes when you're a certain person. Mm-hmm. But it seems like she's there. She's like, oh no, what? Oh hell no, I'm not even gonna text your ass and ask you what's up. Nah, bitch, you're done. Bye. Yeah, she did. Bye. Sure. Bye. Yeah. And it's not. And nowadays, y'all, I know y'all love saying, oh, it's just a follow. No, nowadays follows aren't just follows. Unfollows aren't just unfollows. You don't fuck with that bitch no more. If you was following that girl and you unfollow, you don't fuck with that hoe no more. No. Especially if something happened. So whatever. Anyway, but that's why I wanted to loop that in there with that. Real quick, this is the last thing, real quick, because I'm not invested in this too much. I'm taking it for face value. Remy Ma and Papoose are like arguing online, like they're arguing online, going back and forth because I guess they're estranged husband and wife at this point. There's some sort of, I guess now there's a divorce that's pending, I guess, or officially pending, I guess. I don't know. But they're both dating other people. Remy's dating some battle rapper that they claim that he had fucked up teeth at first and she bought his veneers. And then Papoose is now dating boxer Claressa Shields. And each of them are dating, like, both of them have a type. Like, each of their new boos looks like the other. You know what I'm saying? It's like giving, like, you have a type. Both of them have a type. Right. Yeah, right. That's just what that is. So it's giving very much the fact that both of them have a type and they're with someone that's similar to them. Y'all are online arguing, posting screenshots of text messages and all, going live on and off and all this type of shit. Y'all are still in love.
Hopefully they make up.
Y'all are still in love.
So.
But I'm bringing this up to say this. This is why, I'm living and I'm learning, and there are some things that I just will not do because I refuse. With Claressa Shields, I haven't heard of her since last year when her biopic with starring Ryan Destiny came out, when they shed light on who she is as a boxer. That's how I got to know. And then plus on top of this whole drama, see, I didn't know who she was, and I just feel like this whole Papoose and Remy Ma drama is really overshadowing her. because she has a whole movie out with starring Ryan Destiny and is it Brian Tyree Henry, Paperboy from Atlanta. I haven't seen the movie, but I heard that it's an amazing movie. And I was watching Jessie Woo, and she was saying that the movie has Oscar buzz, and like the fact that Claressa Shields is going on interviews. She was on The Breakfast Club. She was on Keke Palmer show, and like she's an accomplished boxer, and she has a whole freaking movie about herself out with major actors. And like in these interviews, they're asking you about Remy Ma and Papoose. Right. No, sister, no.
Medalist too.
Huh?
I think she'll go.
She is in what, boxing?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
I think she is,
and she's only 30.
Yeah,
she's only freaking 30. So she's intertwined. She's in this drama with Remy because she's speaking out, throwing jabs at Remy Ma online, so she's in the drama too. And it's like, sis, like this is really overpowering this is really like dimming your light. Like you being involved in this drama is crazy because these people are still married. They have kids they have children or a child together. Like this is insane. And then on top of this, like I just feel like and she just, I feel like she has her own delusions, because the thing is, like, you never know what men are telling these women behind closed doors, like like Claressa talks about how, like, oh, we're gonna have a family together. I guess they were in talks of having a, I guess Papoose is teasing family with her at this point, and teasing marriage with her or whatever at this point. And I'm sure Papoose is a wonderful man, but it's just like, girl, he is not even divorced from his, and they were still living in the same home, Remy and Papoose. They weren't legally, they're just separated. They weren't like, they still had a house together. They still were living in the same. It's just like, what's happening? I don't know. Like, this is a lot. I feel like she should let them divorce officially first, and then go in with Papoose. But they're not divorced. They're still married. And then, like, I guess Papoose, out of spite, he e-filed a divorce or something like that. He e-filed it, or e-filed a complaint to divorce. I don't know. Remy said that she filed for divorce and he wouldn't sign it. I don't know. But like the fact that they're arguing online the way they are is still some love there, in my opinion.
It's crazy.
This is definitely overshadowing her, like Claressa Shields. Like she's still young. 30 is still young, and she's really, like, I feel like this is really, like, this is distracting her. She could be freaking, like, there's so many endorsement deals that she could be like getting right now, and it's just like she's so involved in this mess. Like, she goes back and forth with people in the comments talking shit. Like, it's just like, girl, what? You could be getting to the bag right now.
Yeah.
You could be getting to the bag right now. I don't know. I don't know, and I'm not saying this is, but I don't know if she's insecure and maybe she thinks that she can't do better than Papoose or something. It's just like, you're telling yourself something. You're conditioning yourself to sit here and deal with this. Like, you're ignoring the fact that your man is still arguing with his estranged wife online. That's crazy. And they're not even freaking divorced. I don't know. That's all I wanted to say. It couldn't be. It's not going to be me. I'm not doing that. If you listen, you need to get a divorce first or something. Or I don't need to see no passionate arguments like this. Absolutely the fuck not.
Absolutely not.
And they are too damn. They 40 plus years old. Them two folks. Papoose 47 years old.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. That's crazy.
Which is, it's just like the age difference is that is there too, like, so I know that Papoose is like, I know he's wise, he's wise beyond her years, of course, because it's a 17-year age gap, but it's just like, girl, like, he's still married, sis, and this is really, she could really be like, when Serena first came out, didn't she? Serena and Venus and Serena, they had so many endorsement deals, because they're like, to me, in my opinion, I feel like Venus and Serena are similar to me, to Claressa, in my opinion. Would you think so? I see similarities in them.
I could see it, but I know Richard Williams kept them on track though.
You don't think that Claressa has a strong, like, family foundation?
Oh no, she does.
She does.
I think she does. Yeah. But I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what's going on though with that happened. I don't know.
That's all I wanted to say about that. Nothing too much on that. It's just like, girl, I hope you see the light. Please, yeah. Jesus. Please. Anywho, yes. So that's all for the topics for me. Real quick. onto the shows seen and heard. I finally binge watched the show Forever on Netflix. I love it. I got some on my lip.
That white on your lip.
The white on your lip. I feel like it's a hair on my lip, but it's not.
What kind of hair?
Probably eyelash something. No, shut up. Anyway, he tried that. But anyway, yes. So Forever on Netflix. I love it so much. I binged all 8 episodes, I think. Yes, all 8 episodes. Last weekend with my friend, I went to her house just to say hey and like eat Chipotle together real quick, and we ended up binging Forever on Netflix. And I didn't leave her house till 2:30 a.m. Goddamn.
How long is the episode? Like an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Beautifully shot. I love the actors are named. Let me see. Hold on. Let me shout out the actors. The actors, Lovey Simone plays Keisha, Michael Cooper Jr. plays Justin, Wood Harris plays Justin's father, the iconic Wood Harris. So that was I love seeing him. I love seeing him doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He still look good too with his fine ass. He still look good. Let me go home and watch Paid in Full. Let me go watch Paid in Full. I go home. You know what I'm saying? But no. How old is Wood Harris? Let me see.
Yeah, like
he born in 69, so he probably like what? Like he probably like 57. Hold on.
Like 50 something.
He probably like 57. 56.
56.
Let me see. Is he? He 55. He'll be 50. When his birthday?
55.
When his birthday? Hold on. October, so he'll be 56 this year. Yes. So he plays the father on the show. So here's the thing. I love the show for so many reasons. I love how Justin is like an awkward black boy that comes from a 2-parent household, and the parents are knee deep in his business and they want best for him and they're helping him. And I love that. I love seeing that. I love how, but it's very realistic. I love how they're young, black, and awkward. I love how Keisha, she doesn't come from money like that, but she has rich friends. Like she has rich white friends and she has rich black friends. I love that. I love how it's rich white and black in here. I love that. So they show at one point, this is a spoiler alert, guys. So they show at one point, she has like a sex tape going around from one of her ex flings. And so they talk about how, this young black girl wasn't protected or whatever, that she wasn't protected in this way. You know what I mean? They kind of tackle that a little bit. She has a single mom, her mother's a single woman. She's a working mother and she's making ends meet to pay for her tuition for school and get her into the best school. What's going on?
And I'm just looking at the artwork.
And it's that, but then Justin comes from money. His mother is a graduate from Northwestern University. His dad didn't do school, but his dad is a talented chef. I was like, I might have to watch it again because I kind of missed some details. Cause I was binge watching it so late at night. Because I'm like, did his dad fucking cook for the damn Obamas or something? Goddamn, because they rich. Yeah, money rich. There's a nice rich. Like this is giving Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. God damn, because it's in California, and they showed that because it'd be mad cliffs in California, and there was one cliff scene where it's like that's what's on Bel-Air. Is they in the same place? Whatever. So the mom, Justin's mom, reminds me of Tasha Mack so bad. Like it's giving very much Tasha Mack management. His mom gives Tasha Mack management, but I love how they always say that college is the way out, the way to go, or the way up, the way out and the way up. And of course, like his mother is a respective college graduate, and she mapped out his life. She wanted him to go to this expensive school, and you have to play basketball because he suffers from ADHD as well. That's another thing. We don't tackle how mental health with black kids affects them as well, because a lot of black kids are undiagnosed. Even back in the day when you think back about how so and so used to act up in class, maybe he had had ADHD. Maybe he didn't know what to do. Like maybe he wasn't diagnosed.
Right.
And I love how they tackle that. Justin has ADHD. The teacher was like, hey, your condition allows for you to have 10 extra minutes on this test. You can. It's fine if you can. It's fine if you want to take extra 10 to 15 minutes. It's fine. Whatever. They tackle that as well because back in our, we're not that old, but back in, people weren't diagnosed, and even today, there's kids that are not diagnosed because they don't have the right attention on them.
Right.
So I love that as well. She wanted him to be into basketball, but he was good at basketball, somewhat. But it's like he wasn't really in it. He just thought that he had to do it because that was the way to go for him. That was the map for him. Right. That was the order of events for him. But of course, he did end up getting into the school. Keisha got into Howard, and that's another thing. I love how, even though I love how Howard is DC gold. And I'm from the DC area, so I love how they shout out DC stuff. Like Howard, okay, cool. She wants to go to Howard. That's amazing. This historical black college, the historical black college, or one of the when it comes to Howard and Spelman is the big dog when it comes to what I'm saying. But right. In any HBCU, if you said Coppin or Morgan, what I'm saying, it don't even matter how easy it is to get into these schools. It's it's the HBCU, or what I'm saying. So I love how they shouted out Howard, and she got into Howard. I love how she, wears her braids, her natural hair, even though she has the white bestie. I love how she embraces her features. I love that as well in the show. It's not about this is no shade. The show is not a main character of this light skinned mixed girl with curly 3A hair. You know what I'm saying? It's this black girl with natural 4C hair. She wears braids. She wears her fro. I love that. I love that a lot. But anyway, of course, Justin realized, Justin found passion in music. So, he grew some balls and was like, hey, mom, dad, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to do this. I want to do this. Right. So that took a lot of balls. It's a really good story. It's a really good show. I love it. And I fully recommend, I highly recommend that you guys check out Forever on Netflix. I love it. And they got approved for a season 2. So hopefully we get some more Keisha and Justin, because the way they ended that season 1, honey, hell no. Well, my friend said she cried the last 2 episodes. Like, girl, stop playing. Like, you know something. I guess it's a tearjerker for me. I'm not really a crier on a you know what I'm saying, but I guess it was a tearjerker for some. But yes. Anywho, that's my show that I wanted to highlight. I don't have any music yet. I didn't listen to Sailor yet. I'm gonna listen to her, and I'm gonna talk about her when I listen to her. But I am planning on doing that. Did you have any shows and music that you wanted to discuss real quick?
I still gotta watch Forever, but that's it.
Yeah, watch Forever. 8 episodes. Yeah. You can finish it in a weekend if you want. It's a long weekend for Memorial Day, so you can do that. Yeah. Yeah. Anywho, yes. Thank you guys again for watching Heard the Podcast. Again, we are on TikTok at HeardPod, HERDPOD. Make sure you follow and share and all those things. And we're on YouTube, HER''D, the podcast. Subscribe, like, comment, share with a friend. And of course, we are on all DSPs, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, any podcast streaming platform you could think of. All the big dogs, we are on there as well. So I'm out. I'm your host, Dani. Thank you again. This is JRob in the background.
What's good, y'all?
All right, guys. Thanks again. Bye.